Then I started painting houses myself.
Yeah, this song goes out to anyone who ever has been shit on in their life because of a bad relationship, family fucked you over.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Billy Chuck coming at you with episode 34. In this episode, we're going to tackle one of the better metal bands that I've listened to recently. It goes by the name of Arch Enemy. Let's go. Arch Enemy is a Swedish melodic death metal band, originally a supergroup from Halmstad, formed in '95. Its members were in bands such as Carcass, Armageddon, uh, Carnage, Merciful Fate, Spiritual Beggars, The Agonist, Nevermore, and Eucharist. It was founded by Carcass guitarist Michael Amott along with John Liva, who were both from the metal band Carnage. I don't know if you guys remember Carnage, but they were badass. But the band released 11 studio albums, 3 live albums, 3 video albums, and 4 EPs. The band was originally fronted by Johan Leva, who was replaced by German vocalist Angela Gasau in 2000. That's when I picked up on him when Angela was singing with him. She's intense, bro. But she left the band in 2014 to become the group's manager. It was replaced by Canadian vocalist Alyssa White Glues. Arch Enemy's debut album was called Black Earth and was recorded in Studio Fredman and released by the now defunct Wrong Again Records in '96. After the release of Black Earth, the band switched labels, signing a contract with Century Media in '98. In '98, Arch Enemy released Stigmata, for which bassist Martin Bengtsson and drummer Peter Wilder joined the band. The album gained a wider audience and popularity in Europe and America. This was also their first album to be released worldwide. So there you go. But in '99, Charlie D'Angelo, he used to be in King Diamond and Merciful Fate, assumed the role of Arch Enemy's bassist, and Daniel Erlandson, um, he was in Eucharist and Carcass, was again recruited as the band's drummer. Burning Bridges was released and was followed by the live albums Burning Japan Live in '99. During the touring cycle for Burning Bridges, D'Angelo was temporarily replaced twice. He was replaced first by Dick Lovegren. He was in Meshuggah and Armageddon. And then later by Roger Nielsen. He was in Spiritual Beggars, Freebird, or I'm sorry, not Freebird. Fuck Skittered. No, he was in the band Spiritual Beggars, Firebird, and the Quill. I'm sorry. In November of 2000, vocalist Johan Leva left and replaced by Angela Gasau. Then they released with Angela, their first album was released. It was called Wages of Sin, and that was released in '01. In December of the same year, Arch Enemy took part in the Japan's Best Feast '02 concert, playing alongside Slayer and Motorhead. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Not bad time slot. But Anthems of Rebellion was released in '03 and brought some innovations such as the use of a second voice singing in harmony, such as in the song End of the Line and Dehumanization. In November of the following year, the band released the EP Dead Eyes See No Future, which featured live recordings along with covers of Manowar, Megadeth, and Carcass, songs by them bands. But in June of '04, the band embarked upon another tour in Japan. So there you go. But in June of '05, Arch Enemy finished a recording for their sixth album, Doomsday Machine. But in July of '05, guitarist Christopher Amont left the band in order to focus on his personal life. He was temporarily replaced by Gus G, who was in the Ozzy Osbourne band. He was in Firewind, and then Frederick Akesson in '05. Uh, Arch Enemy had Frederick Akesson replace Gus G in September of '05, but Chris returned on a permanent basis in '07, shortly before the band entered the studio to begin working on their new album with producer Fredrik Nordstrom, who had previously worked on projects with a band of their first four albums. Kesson went on to become Opeth's new lead guitarist in '07. Um, what's that say? Arch Enemy's seventh album. It was called Rise of the Tyrant, right? It was released the day before my birthday, September 24th of '07 in Europe and September 25th of '07 in the United States. So it was released on my birthday here in the United States. Rise of the Tyrant debuted at number 84 on the Billboard 200 charts. So congrats to them. This surpassed Doomsday Machine, making it the band's highest charting effort to date. Angela Casal said the new album has more emotion and less double vocals, as well as, you know, I'm a fan of double vocals, but if there's more emotion, I'm all about that. I'm all about that. That's what it's about. It's about releasing that emotion. It's about um releasing that tension in your music. Whether you're a vocalist, guitar player, or a drummer. But uh or generally played the open air stock festival in '07 alongside Sabbath and In Flames. They then performed on a Black Crusade tour at the end of '07 with Machine Head, Trivium, Dragon Force, and Shadows Fall. You know, I've seen Dragon Force live. They put on a decent show. I'm just not really one for the high melodic vocals. I never was, but to each his own. But on March 8th, 08, Arch Enemy filmed a live show in Tokyo, Japan for the live DVD, Tyrants of the Rising Sun. Arch Enemy also co-headlined they co-headlined the Defenders of the Faith tour in '08 with Opeth, while Double Driver and 3 Inches of Blood opened the show. Then they headlined Tyranny and Blood Shred tour in '08 with Dark Tranquillity, Divine Heresy, and Firewind as supporting acts. Divine Heresy. Now, that has Dino from Fear Factory and that Tommy Vexed. Tommy fucking Vexed. Tommy fucking Vexed. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, was in Divine Heresy, and I guess he's a prick, but he's awesome singer in my eyes with Divine Heresy. And then he did that other project we're not gonna name because this is a metal show. And but the Root of All Evil tour in 2009, 2010. It was released on September 28th of '09 in Europe and September 30th in Japan. October 6th in the United States, The Root of All Evil features 12 re-recorded songs spanning the band's career before Angelo Casal joined as vocalist, with some material predating D'Angelo as their bassist. In the first half of '09, the band toured Europe and South America, and then they played the annual Dubai Desert Rock Festival alongside Opeth, Chimera, and Motorhead. Following the release of The Root of All Evil on September 28th of '09, the band embarked on an Asian and Australian tour, which included their first visit to New Zealand. The tour started at the Loud Park Festival in Japan on October 17th, alongside bands like Megadeth, Judas Priest, Slayer, Anthrax, Rob Zombie, Children of Bodom. Notice I didn't say Megadeth, I said Megadeth. But according to a September 10th interview with Angela Casal, Arch Enemy entered the studio on December 1st to begin recording their new album, Chaos Legions, for release in June of 2011. First single from the album was released on Century Media website on March 31st, entitled Yesterday is Dead and Gone. It's a badass song. But the album was released on May 31st, 2011. On December 12th, the band announced that they would be filming a show in Cologne the following day for an upcoming live DVD entitled World Chaos Tour. I don't know what you guys think about that. But on March 3rd, 2012, it was announced on the band's Facebook that Christopher Amott had once again departed from the band. He was replaced by Nick Cordle from Arsis. The band released their third music video from Chaos Legions on April 25th, 2012 for Under Black Flags We March. Not only does Nick Cordle appear in the video. He also recorded a new guitar solo, making it his debut track with the band. So there you go. Okay. Okay. All you motherfuckers. Now it's time to talk about Angela Cassell's departure from Arch Enemy and replaced by Alyssa White Blues. So, on March 3rd, 2014, the band revealed their ninth album would be titled War Eternal. Cassell released a statement announcing her departure from the group and welcoming her replacement, former vocalist of Canadian metalcore band The Agonist, Alyssa White Blues. In the statement, she wrote that she had enjoyed her time with the group, but it was time for her to move on. As I said before, she became the band's manager. So, in the statement, she wrote that she enjoyed her time with the group, but it was time for her to move on, be with her family, and pursue other interests. She did confirm that she would remain Arch Enemy's business manager and would be passing the torch to super talented Alyssa White Blues, who she known as a dear friend and a great vocalist for many years. She always thought she deserved a chance to shine, and now she's getting it. That's awesome. That's awesome. But just like she got the chance back in '01. So, uh, Alyssa released a statement saying she's very honored and happy to announce a new chapter in her life and musical career. But the album Wages of Sin was the first metal album she ever bought, and it was love at first listen. It is not often that you get a phone call from your favorite band asking you to join. She was thrilled to have the opportunity to work with such amazing and talented musicians. Listen, I just seen Arch Enemy with Alyssa live. I forget where concert was, but it don't matter. They're fucking badass every time they fucking step on stage. But her vocals, bro, she was definitely the right pick. But during Arch Enemy's North American tour in support of their album War Eternal, guitarist Nick Cordle left the band on November 10th, 2014. Specifically, he left the stage with only a few songs remaining in the set during the show at San Francisco's Regency Ballroom. Chris Amott temporarily he rejoined the band for the remainder of the tour, while Jeff Loomis, who used to play in the band Nevermore, was announced at the he was announced as the official replacement and joined the band for their European tour with the band Creator alongside Creator. But here you go. Now we have Alyssa White Blues as the singer. But the founding members of Arch Enemy released a side project that was called Black Earth, consisting of former members Leva and Chris Amott, and played and current member Daniel Erlinson. I think that's how you say that, Daniel Erlinson. Um, Michael Amott and Charlie D'Angelo. The band played a sold out Japan tour in May of 2016. I love when I see sold out shows. Fucking unless I wonder what the band thinks about a sold out show. Especially like a tour. Like I've never seen a tour outside the U.S., except for on YouTube. And from what I see and hear on YouTube, they're incredible. I can only imagine what it's like to actually be there. But they embarked on a Japan tour in May 2016 to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Arch Enemy and the release of their debut album Black Earth. They only performed songs from the band's first 3 albums. Um, on August 26, 2016, it was announced that Arch Enemy was looking to release their 10th studio album, which would be released in 2017. The title would be called Will to Power, to be released on September 8th, 2017 by Century Media Records. The first single is called The World Is Yours, released on July 14th, 2017, along with a music video that gained more than 1.1 million views on YouTube in the first 2 days. Not too shabby, guys, not too shabby. But on August 2nd, 2017, the band announced a co-headlining North American tour with Trivium in the fall of 2017 with While She Sleeps and Fit for an Autopsy. But in an October 2018 interview, Michael Amott announced that the band had been writing a little bit here and there and has a few new ideas for the next Arch Enemy album, Covered in Blood. In January 2019, Arch Enemy did release Covered in Blood. It was a compilation album of songs covered over the years. But this is where we're going to wrap it up. But on November 30th, 2020, Arch Enemy announced their participation in the European Siege Tour with Behemoth, Carcass, and a couple others on October 21st, 2021. Arch Enemy premiered the music video for the new single. It was called Deceiver. On December 10th, 2021, they released a music video for another single, House of Mirrors. Yeah, House of Mirrors. On January 27th, 2022, Arch Enemy announced their 11th album, 11 albums. It's incredible. But it was called Deceivers. It was released on August 12th, 2022. Originally announced for the July 29th, 2022, but it was later postponed. Along with the album announcement came the third single, Handshake with Hell, with another music video. Who don't like music videos? The song was listed as Loudwire's best metal rock song of 2022, so congrats to Arch Enemy for that one. After We'll Be Back by Megadeth on April 22nd, 2022, the band announced the fourth single from their album Sunset Over the Empire. It was released on May 20th, 2022. I'm sorry about that. I just want to get all the facts correct. It was released on May 20th, 2022, digitally and as a limited 7-inch vinyl with a B-side, The Judging Eyes, a remake of You Will Know My Name from 2014's War Eternal. On July 11th, 2022 came the fifth single announcement, In the Eye of the Storm. On July 14th, 2022. But Arch Enemy's musical style is obviously, if you guys don't know, they're melodic death metal. It sounds awesome. You guys need to definitely check them out if you guys have not yet. Check them out. Um, yeah, there you go.